I'm going to demonstrate a somewhat different example now. I've got this photo of a dancer, a Hawaiian dancer, and I've applied a lighting effect to the image. Let me show you the before and after. So this was the original image as it came from the camera. And it's not a bad photo, but the musicians kind of show up a little more than I'd care for them to, and it just lacks a little something, which I was able to achieve by adding this lighting effect. By adding the lighting effect, the musicians sort of recede further into the background, and we get a little more visual interest in the photo and a nicer tone overall, I think. So let me show you how I applied this. It was actually a pretty simple effect. I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to switch over to Bridge. And this is the file, the original file that I used, this Bokeh 20, from this free texture pack from Jill Wellington, a photographer apparently. And I just right-click on the image and I say Place in Photoshop. And then it comes in with a sizing box that allows me to position it and size it. So I'm just going to zoom out and move to where this, and I'm going to stretch this out. And the fact that I'm distorting the aspect ratio doesn't really bother me here, since this isn't a particular, realistic image that I need to preserve the aspect ratio. In fact, I think it actually works better, because then these light circles look a little more like floodlights would actually look, or spotlights would actually look. So now that I've covered the entire image, I'll just click the check mark to save my change, my placement. And then I need to change the blending mode. So I'm going to change it to soft light. Again, as always, you can experiment with these different blending modes and see what works for your particular photo. I'm going to zoom back in now to get a better look. And it's working pretty well already, but the one thing I'm not crazy about is the fact that the way the lighting effect is being applied to the dancer, her face has been darkened, the color of her dress has been changed, and you're seeing spotlights on her hands and her arms that I don't really care for. So what I'm just going to turn this off and return to the actual finished product. And you can see that what I've done is I've created a layer mask to block the effect of the lighting effect on the dancer, and it just applies to the rest of the image. So that was a pretty simple effect. You can see it's just a simple photographic image applied as a texture using a soft light blending mode at 100% opacity, and the only other thing I did was this layer mask.